Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Wow, what an absolutely amazing Friday this is going to be. Now, guys, before we even get this video going, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to ask you, would you smash that like button? Somebody has told me if we can get over 1,000 likes, boy, the algorithm just goes into hyperdrive and pushes the video out in front of all kinds of eyes that would not normally see it. And boy, I'll tell you, we need the exposure in this space. That is for sure. Well, guys, that proper party, wow, I'll tell you what, for those of you that are in there in New York City and are able to go to that, I envy you in a big, big way. Judy and I, we had all our registration. We're all planning to go. Something comes up in the family. We're not able to attend, but boy, I saw some pictures of that Manhattan Center, and do they ever have that thing decked out? I tell you what, it is going to be something to behold. Now, having said that, of course, a lot of conjecture has been, is there going to be an announcement about anything? Is there not going to be an announcement? On and on and on. But I oftentimes think of it like this. Here they are. They're literally out there and they're celebrating that win that XRP got designated not to be a security there in federal court, right? And they're out celebrating that. They're not just celebrating, hey, Chris Larson and, Brad Garlinghouse and all that, because that part is still going on in court. This is celebrating that designation of XRP, right? Not being a security. And what do you got there? Well, you've got them inviting people literally from around the globe, 3,500 guests, and it's all on Ripple's dime. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars that they're laying down for this. Now, would you as an organization go out there and throw a party like that in front of the wide world on center stage the way in which they are, if you thought that just a few months later you were going to lose, that whole deal was going to be overturned on an interlocutory appeal or something like that? I highly doubt it. So for me, maybe they know something that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know. But boy, I'll tell you, the anticipation for it is absolutely wild. And look at XRP today. Man, it was practically hit 55 cents. It was been pumping so hard. It's been really wild. And that type of thing. And I'll tell you what, those of you that are out there and you're going to that proper party, boy, I'll tell you, I wish you the absolute most fabulous time that you could possibly have. When Judy and I went to that XRP Vegas deal, and we went to that conference that Brad Kimes put on, and by the way, it felt like family. It was really, really amazing, and we really wanted to be there, and it hurts us that we can't, but I'll tell you, for those of you that can, really, really enjoy it. It's going to be something else. Now, the article, get this, that I'm reading today is talking about this whole pending government shutdown. Now, when I think about all these various government shutdowns and things like this, the thing that blows my mind is this. Here these guys are supposed to be absolute experts at coming to agreement and diplomacy and all this kind of stuff, and great debaters, yet they can hardly ever agree on anything. And to me, it's absolutely obscene to the fact that these are the guys that are supposed to be our leaders out there leading us, and they can't even sit down and agree and lead with one another. Now, on top of that, if because this could go right up until like the 11th hour on Sunday or whatever. Maybe they'll come down to something or whatever before October 1st hits. But if there is a government shutdown, and maybe you don't know this, or maybe you do, I don't know, but I'll tell you what. That means that, of course, all the civil servants, they're going to stop getting their pay and this and that. But do you realize that the U.S. government is going to continue, even in a lockdown situation, pay 57,000 Ukrainian civil servants no matter what? Yeah, that's right. You and I, the taxpayer, well, hey, they're not going to pay for our own civil servants, but when they have a shutdown, we're going to be paying for their civil servants. It's absolutely insane. And look how much funding has Ukraine got over all these many, many months from around the world. Why are you and I, as U.S. taxpayers, out there footing the bill for some other country's civil service? That blows my ever-loving mind. I can't even fathom fathom it. But when I read that and found out that it was true, I was like flabbergasted. But that's what's going on. And it seems to me that we can write checks to the multiple billions upon billions of dollars to other countries around the world in foreign aid and this and that. But when our own people suffer a tragedy like what happened there in Hawaii, oh, well, here's a few bucks for you and go on your merry way. It is absolutely ridiculous. But that's how our government seems to treat us, with the level of disdain and despising us like no tomorrow. It is absolutely crazy. But of course, it seems like that's exactly the way they want it. They want us to be, not knowing what's going on, and the apple cart can get upset and on and on and on and all that kind of stuff. And it's just, to me, it's an absolute dog and pony show. It truly, truly is. We're watching theater. We have to, because if that's the way it really is and stuff like that, then I'm telling you, we're living in some sort of alternate reality of what, common sense would even tell you. It's truly, truly, truly something that just defies belief. And you know that it's not that way. You know that they've got an agenda. You know that they're not that stupid. But what they want us to believe as their constituents is, hey, buy the narrative and all this and this and that. Don't trust your own eyes. Don't trust your own ears. Don't even trust your own intuition or critical thinking. Just accept that what we have to say is true, and on and on and on. And let's remember that we have to have information integrity and, make sure that you're spilling the narrative that's true the way in which we see it, because otherwise, that's misinformation and, we got to censor you, and on and on and on. But that's really what's going down. And I'm telling you what, guys, if we don't absolutely stand up and start fighting back on this kind of baloney and holding these people accountable, look, you need, and as a leader, you need both competency and character. Now, there are some people out there, they have great character, but they have no competency. They would be fumbling down on the job just as bad. But what's worse is people that have the competency but they have no character whatsoever. I mean, that's even worse than someone that has character and no competency, if you ask me, because the damage that they do is truly phenomenal. And get this is another thing that mesmerizes me. Here you got, the 2-term limit, with the president and all that kind of stuff. Well, why on earth do we have senators sitting in there that are there for 40 plus years? They need to have term limits. And the thing is this, do you think that the Congress and the Senate and all that are going to vote themselves into that situation? Of course they're not. So what we really need is we need to have somebody sue this all the way and let the Supreme Court lay it down or something like that. Because I'll tell you what, you're literally seeing some of these politicians practically bequeathing their seats after spending, 40 plus years in them. It's truly obscene. Now, hey, by the way, having said that, somebody said, David, you need to get a coffee cup or a t-shirt that says absolutely on it or something like absolutely XRP. Well, I was thinking maybe what I should do is get a t-shirt that says it is absolutely obscene to the point that it's mesmerizing or something like that. I don't know, because I know there's a few jargons that I throw out there quite a bit. I mean, we all do it. We all have our speech habits and stuff like that. But needless to say, those are mine. But it truly is obscene when you're seeing what's going on, isn't it? I mean, if there was another word to define it other than true ridiculousness and incompetent and stuff like that. But it is obscene, guys, what's going down. It truly, truly mesmerizes me. Now, on another topic. I just was watching there how Costco has, Costco came out and they were selling gold, through their online store there in Canada and US. Man, they sold out of that thing so fast. They were selling those Credit Suisse 1 ounce gold bars, and boof, they are absolutely, that says volumes, guys. People out there see what's coming, and they can see the tidal wave that's coming. They want to protect their purchasing power. When Judy and I were getting into this space, we fell into it by happenstance. Why? Because, of course, with all that helicopter money, when this was going down, we were looking to secure the purchasing power of our savings, went out there to find gold and silver, and nobody had any that they were willing to part with, at least. And so what ended up happening is, Of course, as Bitcoin has been viewed as a hedge against inflation, that's what we fell into. And it revolutionized our lives in a powerful way. 1 year, it really transformed. It took what we had and just multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Guys, I'm telling you, when you see the wide world changing the way in which it is, and the evolution of our monetary system and our digital economy, and you're looking at these ecosystems the way in which we are, I'm telling you, they will do absolutely everything to FUD you out. But listen, these guys, like I say, they don't want you using your own eyes, your own ears, your own intuition or critical thinking. Go out there, employ it, because what's coming next is going to be mesmerizing. Like I say there, I oftentimes say that it is going to be absolutely crazy. And why is that? Well, because guys, most people, we think that, hey, a lot of people know about, they don't. We are a small minority touching into this space. And I'm telling you what, it is really my genuine belief that it will be the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. Truly, truly, truly. We're talking how it could affect people generationally, and even a little bit can make a massive, massive deal. That's for sure. Well, guys, I'll tell you what, I sure hope you're having an amazing Friday, and especially those of you out there in New York City preparing for this proper party. It is going to be an absolute blast. But until later on, when we have a great video for you, have a fabulous one and take care.